Good morning. You're welcome back to A01 Transactions, Essential English Language Skills. To recapitulate what we were talking about in the last few sessions, boys and girls, you remember I gave you a general introduction to the importance of English as a global language. I went on to introduce why English is included in the degree program, and I also told you about the common courses in English. There are two common courses introduced in the first semester of any degree program, namely A01 and A02. And I told you that we are concerned about A01 and the textbook prescribed for this particular course, A01, is transactions. You can make a note of it. The textbook is titled Transactions with a subtitle Essential English Language Skills. It was in that context I talked to you about the four basic skills of the language which any learner of English should be able to handle very well. Listening skill, speaking skill, reading skill, and writing skill. After talking about that, I also told you about the qualifications or the requirements to be an effective communicator. I spoke to you about fluency, accuracy, and appropriacy. Coming to the second requirement, accuracy, I told you that accuracy means correctness. Correctness in so many aspects of the language. It includes correctness in grammar, correctness in pronunciation, correctness in the grammatical structure, and adhering to the punctuation marks that are used in spoken language. Concentrating on pronunciation, I was telling you about the need to know the correct pronunciation of the language. It is necessary for all students of English to know the basics of pronunciation, because when you talk English, the native speaker should be able to understand you. That's the reason why we learn pronunciation, and the first module of your text of the course is pronunciation. It was in that context I told you how important pronunciation is, and also the necessity of learning the basic principles of pronunciation. I told you, if you remember, that English is an unphonetic language and Malayalam, our mother tongue, is a phonetic language. I told you why is English called an unphonetic language, because there is no one-to-one correspondence between the alphabet we use and the sound produced by it. To solve this problem, English language has developed a set of symbols known as phonemic symbols, or it is also called International Phonetic Alphabet, which are 44 in number, which is broadly divided into two categories: 20 vowels and 24 consonants. These 20 vowel sounds, the symbols, are again divided into two: 12 pure vowels and 8 diphthongs. And I made a list of all the symbols in front of you in the last class, if you remember that, and also the words, some words, for example, in which these sounds appear. You should pay importance to the sound pattern in English while we use these symbols. So, as you remember, we have 44 symbols, each symbol representing a particular sound. From there, we also talked about consonants, vowels and consonants. I gave you all the symbols and also some words in which we use those sounds which are represented by those symbols. Now today, what we are going to talk about is stress in English. Now, English is a stressed timed language. Stress timed language. You may not be able to understand that exactly now, what exactly it is now. As we go on, you will be able to understand. When we talk about stress, let us take a very simple example. Two words which are very familiar to us: pen, pencil. When I say pen, it has only one sound unit in it: pen. When it comes to pencil, as you observe, it has two sound units: pen and sill. Pen and sill. But when we utter the word pencil, you see, we give more emphasis to the first sound unit rather than the second one. We don't say pencil, we say pencil. But there is no problem with pen because it is only one single sound unit, pen. Now, I gave you the example of pen and pencil to make you understand what exactly is stress. If you ask me for a definition of what is stress in the language, I would like to tell you is stress is defined as varying degree of emphasis or force with which sounds are produced. Once again, stress is defined as varying degree of emphasis or force with which sounds are produced. I repeat, stress is defined as varying degree of emphasis or force with which sounds are produced. The best example, the two words I gave you, pen and pencil. In pen, that particular sound is stressed. In pencil, where we have two sound units, the first one is stressed and not the second one. We say pencil. That is an introduction to the stress. To learn more about stress pattern in English, we should know what is a syllable. S-Y-L-L-A-B-L-E, syllable. What is a syllable? Now, it is the unit of sound. Very simple to understand, because If we again take the example of pen, you see there is only one sound unit, pen. When it comes to a word like pencil, as you very easily understand, the word has two syllables. The unit of sound is called a syllable. Okay. Now we are talking about word stress or stress in English. Stress in English. You remember the definition I gave you? Stress is defined as varying degree of emphasis or force with which sounds are produced. The example I gave you, pen is pen has only one unit of sound and there is only one syllable in it. Pen is a monosyllabic word. Now, stress, syllables, syllables, syllables. Syllables are of different kinds. Syllable is the unit of sound, and there are words with one syllable, say for example pen, and it is called monosyllabic. Pen is a word with one syllable and it is called monosyllabic word. There are words like apple, battle, ration, packet, forget, debate, etc., where in all these words we have two syllables, and words with two syllables are known as disyllabic words. So, words with one syllable, monosyllabic. Words with two syllables, for example, packet, P-A-C-K-E-T, packet, packet, two syllables, and these two syllabled words are known as S-Y-L-L-A-B-I-C, disyllabic words. Okay. Other examples of disyllabic words are apple, apple. Next word is battle, B-A-T-T-L-E, battle, battle. A third one is R-A-T-I-O-N, ration, ration. Next word is debate, debate, D-E-B-A-T-E, debate. Here also we see that it is a two-syllabled word. Now there are words with three syllables. Say for example, in a word like B-E-A-U-T-I-F-U-L, beautiful, beautiful. Now you see that when you utter the word beautiful, beautiful, three syllables in it, and words with three syllables are known as trisyllabic. Trisyllabic words. So, words with one syllable is monosyllabic. Words with two syllables, disyllabic. Words with three syllables, trisyllabic. There are words with more than three syllables also. Say for example, emergency, emergency, four syllables, emergency. Another word like improbability, improbability. There are six syllables in it, improbability. Words like constitutional, constitutional, five syllables, and these these words which have more than 3 syllables are known as polysyllabic words. Eradication, for example, polysyllabic. Eradication, E-R-R-A-D-I-C-A-T-I-O-N. Eradication, eradication. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 syllables, and words of more than 3 syllables are known as polysyllabic words. Now, what is the necessity of learning about stress in English? Now, the problem is, if incorrectly stressed, that is, if we don't stress the correct syllable, what happens is there is a chance for misunderstanding the way you speak, and also it is a barrier, it becomes a barrier to effective communication. It can also change the grammatical function of the word. Say, for example, in a word like C-O-N-D-U-C-T. Now, you know the word C-O-N. In a word like conduct, in a word like C-O-N-D-U-C-T, that word can be used both as a verb and also as an adjective or a verb. Now, when we use the word conduct, it can happen that in the word conduct, what happens is, if the stress is on the first syllable, say con, and the word means conduct. Now, we say conduct certificate. The certificate issued from the school when you leave the school to join another institution, or maybe to join a job. The head of the institution gives you a certificate which shows your conduct, and that word conduct is stressed on the first syllable. Now, how do you it's a very pertinent question that you may ask me, how to know on which syllable the stress lies. Now, to mark the stress in English, in all dictionaries, if you refer to standard dictionaries also, you will be able to understand that we put a small, very small size horizontal oblique line here. This shows that the stress in this particular word is on the first syllable, and it is pronounced as conduct. The same word, the same spelling, if it is stressed on the second syllable, the grammatical function of the word changes. Now, you know the different class of words, that is, we have noun, pronoun, verb, adverb, adjective, etc. Now, when the first syllable, usually in words with the same spelling meaning two different things, it is used when the stress is on the first syllable. When the stress is on the first syllable, it is either a noun or an adjective. It is either a noun or an adjective. If the stress is on the second syllable, it is a verb. You know the difference between noun and verb. Noun is a name of a thing, and verb is an action. Play, run, write, read, listen. All these are verbs, whereas Noun is the name of a thing. Anything for that matter. Pen, desk, chair, all these are nouns. So what I was trying to tell you is the same word, same spelling. If the stress is on the first syllable, you should understand that it is a noun or adjective, conduct. And if the stress is on the second syllable, you will be able to understand that it is used as a verb. Conduct. Conduct, conduct. You see the difference. Conduct, first syllable, can be used as a noun or adjective. Conduct, the stress is on the second syllable and it is used as a verb. You should conduct well. You should conduct well in the classroom. That is, it is used as a verb. Now, why I showed this example is that I told you, if incorrectly stressed, there can be misunderstanding. There can be a barrier to communication. And third thing, it can also change the grammatical function. Noun will become verb or verb will become noun. So that way it is possible. Now, this is in case of words with the same spelling. Now, there is another example of the word convict, convict. It can mean two things. It can be used as a noun. It can also be used as a verb. If it is used as a noun, the stress is here, that is convict. Convict. And if you want to use this word as a verb, it becomes the same word, same spelling, but the stress changes. It goes to the second syllable, that is convict. 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 See the difference? That is the same words with the same spelling. If the stress is on the first syllable, usually they are nouns or adjectives. And if the stress is on the second syllable, it is used as a noun. That is the importance of stress, using the correct stress in the language. Number two, this is about words with the same spelling. Same spelling. Number two, some rules regarding stress. Number two, words with weak prefixes. Prefixes is, as you know, something used in front of or before the root word. Say, for example, in a word like below, B-E-L-O-W, B-E-L-O-W. Actually, this B is a prefix, and with the words with a prefix, usually the words with weak prefixes, what happens is the stress is on the root word. Here the root word is low, so we don't say below, we say below. The stress is on low. In the same way, in words like reduce, it has two syllables and the second syllable is stressed, reduce. Now, number one, words with same spelling. Number two, words with weak prefixes. How to mark the stress. We'll continue this after when we meet the next time. Thank you for listening to me.